Do you remember when they used to televise chess in this country? Was it on Channel 4? You probably did it. You're probably producing it.
No, but I do remember it with Nigel Short and Raymond Keane was.
And it was really, really good. And
Brilliant.
I know the moves and nothing else, and I found it was spellbinding. Well, the next attempt to take chess very much into the century we're now living is about to happen. It's called Millionaire Chess. It's happening in Las Vegas. One of the people organising the Millionaire Chess, and indeed himself a grandmaster, I'm delighted to say joins us on the line now, is Maurice Ashley, live from Las Vegas. Hello, Maurice.
Hey, thanks a lot for having me, guys. I'm actually not in Las Vegas right now. I'm in St. Louis at another big chess event. But
okay, well, I'm only going by what the people tell me in front of me, and thank goodness they're not working for air traffic control. Where attention to detail, I imagine, is one of the prerequisites. Maurice, tell us. I mean, from what I see here, you're organising a big tournament in Las Vegas. People pay $1,000 to take part. They can win $1 million. The model, I guess, is very much like the professional chess circuit. Poker circuit. Beg your pardon.
Well, that's what we want for the professional chess circuit. All kinds of $1 million tournaments happening. Actually, the prize fund is $1 million. The open section, the winner gets $100,000. We're starting off small. You know, it's only $1,000 entry fee, not $10,000 like poker. But we think that chess is a winning idea. It's a game that's played all over the world. As you mentioned, chess has been televised, and it's usually spellbinding. I love that word. And we think that this is something that can happen here in the States where chess is not as popular, and we're attracting a lot of people. 39 different countries already, players signed up to come play.
Are you adapting the game for TV, or is it going to be bog standard chess rules?
Well, the key with chess is the commentators. I mean, it's folks like me who like to talk about chess. We trash talk. We don't keep it heady. We're not teaching calculus here. Chess is a fun game. There's a reason why kids play at 5 or 6. It's not because it's rocket science. It's because the game is a game, and it's fun once you can get inside the minds of the grandmasters. And with 20 games going on at the same time in our competition, we already have 500 players signed up. So with all those games going on, there's not going to be a dull moment.
Maurice, the issue was, when I was saying that spellbinding, I think it was edited so that you didn't have the long pauses, albeit with great commentators, while the players thought about their move. Will you play a speed version of the game?
Not in the beginning. We actually have 2 different formats, one slower and then one more rapid. But the initial format, I think, still works. And the key, as I said, is having multiple games going on at the same time. If you have one game and you're trying to follow one game, a guy tanks for 20 minutes, you know, the rest of us are going to fall asleep, including the commentators. But if you've got 20 games going on at the same time, one guy's thinking over here, but on board 15, there's a vicious kingside attack going on. We'll jump to that. Oh, wait a minute. Somebody just sacrificed a queen on another board. We'll be jumping back and forth all the time. So the action will be continuous, nonstop throughout the 3 hours of the broadcast.
The report I read over here was that the players would sort of arrive in limousines. It's going to be quite glitzy. Is that true? Are you going to try and attempt to glamorize the sport in that way?
Absolutely. We actually, the top 20 grandmasters, we try to attract some famous players from around the world. So we've got players coming in from China, from France, from Greece, from Russia, from Iceland. In order to attract them, we said, absolutely, we'll pick you up at the airport in limos, you know, treat you just right. You come to Planet Hollywood in Las Vegas. We'll have hostesses in the playing halls. We'll be decked out. The decor is going to be fantastic. And we have a VIP room, the whole nine, everything that Vegas is famous for.
I've got to say this. You know, obviously, Maurice, the coverage of poker, which you admitted is what this is based on, has made celebrities out of dozens of the top players. But I must admit, I've read the book about the game, which is the famous game many years ago now, of course, between Fischer and Spassky, and everything about that game and what surrounded it suggests that the world of chess is slightly bonkers, as we say in English, but mad, as insane as you would say in America. How difficult will it be to turn chess grandmasters into TV celebrities?
Well, I think that it's unfair to chess to take one example of 2 players, and particularly one who was a bit offbeat, admittedly, and make it representative of all chess players around. I mean, I don't think that I'm bonkers, for starters, and I'm a grandmaster. Magnus Carlsen, the #1 player in the world from Norway, 23 years old, a G-Star raw model. He's definitely got his head on straight. Fabiano Caruana, who's born in the States, who's the #2 player in the world, who's currently performing the maybe the greatest chess performance in the history of the game. He's won 7 games in a row in this tournament at the Sinkfield Cup I'm at in St. Louis, and he takes on Magnus today. He's definitely about the
that's
most
the
normal
question I was
kid
going to
you'll
ask
meet,
you.
so.
Is Magnus Carlsen involved because he's young enough, photogenic enough, and slightly awkward enough to appeal to young people? So Carlsen's in, is he?
He is not in this event, no, because he's got other obligations. He's playing a world championship match with Viswanathan Anand coming up. But the reality is, chess on a broader level has its stars. It has young players now. The best players in chess now are all under 30. I mean, number 1 in the world is 23. Number 2 in the world is 22. You've got Anish Giri, who's 16. He's a top player. I mean, it's crazy. The chess has gotten younger and younger and younger. If you're over 35 in chess, you're already decrepit and ready to retire to the old folks' home. So the game has absolutely jumped into the digital age wonderfully. We're seeing these great prodigies from around the globe, and there are a lot of stars that we can market right now in the golden age of chess.
Why do you think that is, though? Why is it appealing
Computers.
to...
It's computers, it's the internet, it's the digital age. Back in the day, if I wanted to play against somebody in Brooklyn, New York, where I'm from, I'd have to go to the parks or go to some clubs, some stuffy clubs in Manhattan, and I'd feel a bit awkward. But now, kids, if they're talented, they just jump online, go on any site, anywhere. You can get a game anytime in the world from a chess club. You can get grandmaster lessons online via Skype. It's so easy now for a prodigy to get good. So if you have talent, you don't have to nurture it slowly. It just happens rapidly. And now we're seeing grandmasters at 14, 13, even 12 years old. The youngest grandmaster of all time, Sergei Karyakin, 12 years old. That was simply unheard of 20 years ago.
Any chance that you'll win the money, Maurice?
I'll win the money. It's kind of tricky being the organizer and playing in my own competition. I think I'm going to have enough on my plate than trying to win.
Finally, what's it like if you get beaten by a 12-year-old? Do you mind?
You definitely want to slap him in the back of his neck, but what can you do?
Okay, that's brilliant.
Well, look, it sounds absolutely fascinating.
Yeah,
I'll be looking out for it. Sounds great. Thank you very much for joining us.
October 9th through 13th, Planet Hollywood. Check out MillionaireChess.com. Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you. Maurice Ashley there, the organizer of Millionaire Chess.